and cold.
That's why cold, narcissistic people don't do that. By the way, I'm sorry for the person who I blocked. Not that I blocked that girl, she, whatever her name was. Sorry. I didn't mean to put you on mute for 30 minutes. That was too long. But please just make sure that the audio is working on your side so that you don't tell me, because if you do that, next person that does that, I'm gonna do 30 minutes again. Okay. But I feel bad for snapping a little bit because I did get very frustrated. All right.
Resistance is emotional and can be transformed into its opposite. Much as in jiu-jitsu, the physical resistance of an opponent can be used to make him fall. If people resist you because they don't trust you, an apparently selfless deed showing how far you're willing to go to prove yourself is a powerful remedy.
Yeah, that's like going from dislike to liked is really, it has a weird effect on the brain. Going from I don't trust them to trust them is much better than I always trusted them. Going from he's an asshole to it's actually a nice guy is actually a very powerful thing. That's why I tell people when you first meet people, give them a front of coldness. Be a little cold and let them see you warm up. They'll like you more as opposed to giving them the needy, creepy side in the beginning. Okay. All right. So we're gonna end this the Robert Greene Book Club video now. We're gonna be uploading that on Patreon. If you guys want to join the Robert Greene Book Club, just join Patreon and they will be uploading them. So now we're gonna be answering your questions live on Zoom. This is part of the Mindful Attraction podcast where we include a Robert Greene Book Club meeting. Or and tomorrow we're doing church service. Yeah, that's right, people. Every Sunday we're gonna start doing church service. Yeah. See, church service, ladies and gentlemen, with Father Alex. Yeah, that's right. So confess all your sins. I promise you not to use it against you. All right. So we have 4 people here. Anybody have a question? Any topics you guys want us to talk about? Any things that you guys want us to say? Actually, let me read the Patreon questions and maybe this can spark up a conversation, okay? But anybody can speak up and ask your questions and whatever, and I'll take precedence on that, okay? Let's wait. Anybody can speak now. All right. Anybody? Okay, somebody says, the guy I'm dating has a female roommate. All right. I mean, he's nothing wrong with a female roommate. Women need homes too. I mean, you can't just date the guy and want to make another homeless person, you know? It's no big deal. Um, Hi, Father As. I just want to let you know I appreciate your videos, your fostering community. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm sorry. I'm looking for through Patreon to see if there's any questions. January, February, March, April, May. Okay. Hola, Alex. Can I join your WhatsApp group? Yeah, of course you could join. You really are. I saw your comment. Good morning, Alex. I'm following up. You a few days. I don't see anything by then. Hello, I'm following up with today's experience. Okay, I haven't. Good morning. I'm just. Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh shit. Okay. Did I respond to them? Oh wow. I did not. I need to get somebody who looked through my Patreon just to make sure any questions that need to be asked gets asked. All right, we're gonna go back to the Robert Greene Book Club, and any of you guys on the Zoom who want to ask a question, you guys can ask because I stopped the book club because I thought y'all can ask some questions. So if you guys want to interrupt while we do you guys can ask your questions because we're quiet and it seems like we have a quiet and shy subscribers. I mean, where the fuck are the Bronx people at? Because I know Bronx people talk. We're getting a bunch of Beverly Hills people who live in the suburbs who are shy to talk. Like, I need some Bronx people. Where the Florida people at? Where's South Side of Chicago? Honestly, like, this is all quiet. The shyest group I've ever seen in my life.
Not Bronx, but Brooklyn,
The
barely.
same shit. Exactly. Oh, okay. Oh, my fault. Oh, all right. Okay.
I
Yeah.
just had a quick question
All right.
regarding
One
the
second.
book.
If anybody is somebody who's on the chat, can you spam the Zoom link so that people can talk and ask the questions? All right. So what were you saying?
What part of the book are we up to? Because I
No.
just joined.
Oh, the book club. Oh,
Yeah.
well, we were done. We were listening to the Prove Yourself section.
Oh,
How to
okay.
prove yourself. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I missed that.
Oh, okay.
I
All
was
right.
listening to
Well,
you, not realizing. Yeah, I'll check that out. Thank you.
okay. All right. Clearly, we are not in the hood. We need to get some more. We need to get some hood people on this shit, man. Because again, I mean,
All the better. Virtue and repressed desire are easily overcome by action. As the great seductress Natalie Barney once wrote, most virtue is a demand for greater seduction. There are two ways to prove yourself. First, the spontaneous action. A situation arises in which the target needs help, problem needs solving, or simply he or she needs a favor. You cannot foresee these situations, but you must be ready for them, for they can spring up at any time. Impress the target by going further than really necessary, sacrificing more money, more time, more effort than they had expected. Your target will often use these moments or even manufacture them as a kind of test. Will
hmm
you retreat, or will you rise to the occasion? You cannot hesitate or flinch even for a moment, or all is lost. If necessary, make the deed seem to have cost you more than it has, never with words, but indirectly.
yeah, it's like if I make a painting for someone, like a friend of mine, I'm like, oh man, this painting took 10 hours. When in reality, it took me like fucking 1 hour, right? But that's only for watercolors, by the way. If you guys ever purchase a painting, like I never want you guys to think ever. I never want you guys to think that something like this takes fucking like 10 hours because we're not even halfway done, and this is only 10, no, 20 hours, and we're not even halfway done. We're not even, yeah, we're not even halfway done. So if you do get a gift from me, for example, like this is in watercolor. This one took 1 hour, right? Only 1 hour. But if you're my friend, motherfucker, that took 10 hours. And that was difficult, right? And the reason why is because, yeah, you're lying, but it feels good. It feels good. It validates them. Like it's a good feeling. That's okay to lie about that. Something you're not lying to hurt them or to be mean. You're lying because it makes the experience much more pleasurable. You're a performer, says every liar. Right? And I get it's a fine line. I know that, but I think that it's a reasonable thing. Honestly, I don't get all you guys in the Zoom call. I don't know why you guys joined the Zoom call. Honestly, because there's 5 people here, and we joined because I said you guys can call in, and nobody's asking questions. I don't understand. People don't want to ask me questions. I don't get it. All right, whatever. We got Andrea's iPhone. I think this might be a person with a dick. I feel it. Let me see. It might be a person with a dick. So I'm just waiting for them to be removed. Okay, it's not. I don't know, man. We're trying to run a show here, people, but we'll keep going with this.
Exhausted looks, reports spread through a third party, whatever it takes. The second way to prove yourself is the brave deed that you plan.
By the way, people, I'm not answering worded questions. I mean, I don't understand why you guys are asking me that. Like, we're trying to have a show where people ask me questions and people hear it. We're not doing audio. Like, it's just, no, we're not doing that, people. Plus, I'm not good with reading long text.
Plan and execute in advance, on your own and at the right
It's just,
moment,
no, we're not doing
preferably
that, people.
some way into the
Plus, I'm not
seduction,
good with reading long
when
text.
any
Hello,
doubts the
1
victim
second.
still has
My
about you
love,
are more
Ellie,
dangerous than earlier
can
on.
you pause it?
Choose a dramatic, difficult action that reveals the painful time and effort involved. Danger can be extremely seductive.
Mm-hmm.
Cleverly lead your victim into a crisis, a moment of danger, or indirectly put them in an uncomfortable position, and you can play the rescuer, the gallant knight. The power
It's very, that's why taking them to family events and leaving them alone with the uncle that talks too much is perfect. Like you're putting them in a position where they need you, right? Like that's pretty much the whole point. Is it manipulation? I think that's manipulation, but it's there are forms of manipulation. There's dark forms, there's light forms, middle forms, there's non-malignant forms of manipulation, right? There's malignant tumors and non-malignant tumors, right? I think what we're talking about here today is non-malignant tumor manipulations.
Powerful feelings and emotions this elicits can easily be redirected into love.
Oh.
Some examples.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick break here. If you guys, anybody on Zoom, want to call in and ask your questions, you guys can do that now. Or if not, we'll wait another 5 minutes and ask again. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, we'll continue.
I
Number
have a
one.
question.
Okay,
In
what's going on? One
France,
second. Give me a second.
Okay.
All right, what's going on?
So can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So I was in a situationship for a very long time, for like 4 years. I went no contact for 9 months. We ended up started back speaking. Everything was cool, but during the time that we went into no
Why did you
contact,
go no contact
because I was wanting a relationship
with him or someone else,
with him.
and he didn't want it?
Yeah, he didn't want it, but we was
Okay.
doing everything underneath the sun like we was in a relationship. That's why it was a situationship.
Family and stuff like that.
Yep, kids involved and everything.
Holy shit!
Um,
Were you watching my
yeah,
videos at that time?
here and there, not as
Oh,
much.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
And so, yeah, so once we started back talking, we kind of just picked up where we was at before, but he hadn't started dating someone else. And with him dating someone else, as far as the other person meeting his family, being around his kids and everything, that happened like right away. It took me some time to even, meet his
Wait,
family and
so
friends.
you met his kids right away?
No, no, I didn't. It took probably
Okay.
about a year or so. The other
Okay.
person met him right away.
And it was because they chose to do that, right?
Yeah, because he chose to do it. Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Um. So we pretty much kind of like been dating, and he claimed he wasn't in a relationship with this other person, but they was pretty close, like real fast. And then we dated for like a year, and I just went back into no contact. I guess my question is, should I just let it be? Because I feel like I should just let it be, but I'm kind of looking out for my phone, hoping he say something, but he hasn't.
I mean, what the thing? Okay, so I want people to. This is how I want people to think. Okay, because what I'm promoting is a certain way of thinking. Is that people never do things just once. So when you understand that, you can kind of understand what to do now in this situation.
Hmm.
Because we're all hoping that people change, that the dynamic changes, but you have to understand that people repeat patterns, and what happened in 9 months is what's going to happen in the next 9 months with him. So no, it's not. He's not going to change, and it's not changing. He's just. I don't think. I mean, it's crazy to say. I don't think he likes you enough because maybe you met his kids, but having shitty boundaries is not a sign that somebody likes you. You know what I'm saying? Like just because they have no boundaries doesn't mean they really like you, right? You know? Does that make sense? Hello? Hey, are you there?
Yeah, can you
Hello?
hear me?
Oh, I'm like, she hung up on me. Yeah,
No, no, no.
exactly.
I'm here. I'm here. I hear.
I'm like,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
That's just a person with shitty boundaries. It don't mean they like you.
Mm,
You know, it could
I
be that
agree.
maybe they're just trying to show you off or shut down gay rumors. I don't know. But the point is that it's a situationship is always a humongous red flag. Humongous red flag. It's usually,
Right.
and if you get out of a situationship, it it usually doesn't work out when you return. Now, if they were
Mm,
addicted to crack
okay.
and that's why it didn't work out, and now they stopped doing crack, okay, that's different. And I'm not kidding with you, right? I'm not kidding with you. I mean, people get fucked up when they're in drug addiction or and stuff like that, right? Like if
Mm-hmm.
they're going through like a mental crisis, yeah, people are weird, and maybe when you get them when they're not on that, it's different. And I say that because it happens more often than people like to know, because you don't really know people's problems. Like
Mm-hmm.
people don't really know people's true how severe people's problems are because most people are not willing to show you that. And so But if you know people like that, you'll know that, yeah, that's that. But that's rare, though. That it's not rare. I don't know how often that happens, but addiction is a very common thing. And while people are in it, they can never be faithful or consistent with you. But if they stop, that same person can actually give you that. But again, I don't think it's the same case it's the case with this one, but it's something that really does happen.
Okay, okay. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. People are like, elaborate
Okay,
on the
so
shitty boundaries doesn't mean they like you. Well, that sometimes a normal person will say, I would never show my kids to a man unless I like him. A person with bad boundaries doesn't understand that, introduces you to his family and friends, and you think because you will only do that if you like someone, you think, oh, this person likes me. No, it's just that they have bad boundaries,
Right.
right? Like it's not. It doesn't mean shit. Like only
Mhm.
time, and like we're watching that video, proving yourself. Only time does that. And anything that's like any like huge gestures within the first 1 or 2 months, it's a humongous red flag. I don't want to see your mother. I don't want to see your kid in the first month. I don't want to see that motherfucker. I don't want to see him. Like I remember one time I met this girl's kid, and that kid was looking at me weird. Like I could sense it. I'm like, that kid does not like me.
Yeah.
I was like, that kid does not. I never felt a hatred from a child before because kids like me. That kid doesn't like me. And that kid is saying, Ed no es papi. Let's stop talking. I was like, yo, wrap up this moment, man. I gotta get the fuck out of this place, man. I'm feeling bad vibes from this kid, man.
Can I ask you another quick question?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, it's separate from that person. So
One
since I've
second,
been
one
in
second.
no con.
All right, say that again. Mhm.
Okay, so it's separate from that person. So since I've been in no contact, probably like that's been for a month now. But 2 years before, I mean 2 months before that, I started online dating. I know how you feel about online dating. I met someone. He was pretty cool. We've been kicking it for 3 months. He's more so like all I do is go to work and be home, and I want to be in a relationship. He asked me to be in a relationship probably like 2 months after we started dating. But I wouldn't even consider it like officially dating like that because he had a situation where his job, the hours or something got cut. So he didn't really have no money like that. And he was trying to play catch up on bills. So we didn't go on our first date until like a month ago. So I was like, no, I'm not ready. There's still some things I'm trying to, figure out, trying to see. Just all of a sudden, yesterday, he's out of town working. Every morning he texts me good morning, or good night. I text him and said good night, and he just heart the message and left it at that and haven't said not one thing today. And
Yeah.
I'm in my head, I'm just like, you know what? Oh well, I'm going about my business. On to the next.
Yeah. 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 So again, a lot of people think you guys hooked up and everything, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. A lot of women think that the sex part is what turns them off, right? It's like no. It's just that we can never really think straight about you when we want something from you, sex. Like it's hard because
Hmm.
there are two sides of us, and we don't, and all we hear is be with her, but we don't know what part that is. Is it the part that loves or the part that lust?